Man.
Bring some bread back, man. Too late.
I don't know how many lessons I had to stop.
Yeah. Everything good?
Yeah, everything rolling now.
All right, Shalom. Before we begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Wahab, Rakah, Kodash.
Yeah, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also want to give double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom must do honors and respect to all you brothers out there throughout the landscape of America and throughout the world, near and far, pushing out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. So yeah, we the brothers from Great Millstone, the church in Birmingham, Alabama. We got a special guest with us tonight. Brother, can introduce himself?
Hey, Shalom from I-9 from Wisconsin, Gms Wisconsin.
Yeah, kind of got the brother from Wisconsin. Came down in the spirit, allowed for us to get together and prophesy, man. That's what it's about, man. We here to prophesy. And one of the major prophecies in front of us is really the fall of Esau, man, so-called white man, and his reign of terror, all right? Because stemming back, all the way back to the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, even to now, save the 1,000 years where this devil was in obscurity, you know, from what, 300 to like the latter 1300s, 1400s. Well, this devil has had a run, man. That reign of terror been an uninterrupted rule, all right? Now we're in the time we see, matter of fact, Daniel, with the statue, I think it's Daniel the second chapter. Somebody get that real quick, all right? Because this man and his perpetual rulership, it stems all the way back, man, going back to Alexander the Greek, all right? And the Greeks, the Roman Empire, and even to this very day. And you got these different nations, they salivate, man. They smell blood. They can't wait to see, you know what I mean? We're in monumental times, man, all right? Where this devil is actually falling, man. And we, matter of fact, somebody hold Proverbs 29 and 16. Get what you got real quick.
I did Daniel chapter 2 and verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces.
Matter of fact, I go up to the leg.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's to the legs. Let's see,
Yeah, just take your time. Yeah, because when you go into the statue, all right, Nebuchadnezzar's dream is pretty much a timeline of rulerships, man, empires, and they time to rule, all right. They rose to power, and it's documented and outlined when they fell out of power, man. But one thing that jumps out about Esau and his reign of power, it was the longest run, man. All right. Matter of fact, so you got it.
I think it was 40.
Okay, just get the.
See, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. Yeah, this is all Daniel 2 and 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
Right, that's dealing with what you see now, all right? That's dealing with NATO and the EU. Yeah, no, it's coming up? Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want, the statue. Yeah, where it's going into the legs of brass, I believe it is, all right? The thighs and legs. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, and the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of the iron.
Yeah, that's dealing with right now. You got, in NATO, you got some strong countries and you got some weaker countries, all right? But they can't mix. That's why you had the Brexit, you know, the exit of Britain. So these countries can't mix. That's the overtone of that prophecy. Because you can't mix clay with iron, all right?
You got the weaker countries like Greece.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, because there's not too long ago, Greece, they was bankrupt. They had no money in the ATM, All right, there was a freeze on their money, you know. Yep, yeah, if you guys want to add something to it, yep. Yep. So to continue.
All right, kind of says, and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Mm-hmm.
In the days of the king shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to the
Hey, that's what I want. Jump up to the 31st verse.
Okay, God. This Daniel 2:31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The image's head was of fine gold, and his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, and his legs of iron.
Yeah, and the brass and the legs and iron is Greek in the Roman Empire. What's the longest part of your body? Your legs and your thighs, man. And that's why it's monumental that this is the end of this society, because this devil had the longest run, man. Mm-hmm. Going back to the Greek Empire, even into this very day, all right? Like we mentioned, saved the 1,000 years they was in obscurity, but they came back into power. That's in Malachi, is that the first chapter? Yeah. Somebody can hold that on there. So, yep, go ahead, Doc.
This is on Psalm 37 and 35.
Yep.
I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Right, and that goes back to Alexander the Greek. That's when that seed was really planted, pursuing the First Maccabees, first chapter 7 verse. So ever since going back to that time to now, this devil has been reigning, because it goes back to this devil having the fatness of the earth, man. All right, when Isaac had compassion on Esau, man, and gave him the fatness of the earth. So now we're in a time where that reign of terror is over, all right? Which will make this monumental time. This is one of the major prophecies in itself. Matter of fact, you know what makes this a major prophecy? Because Ezra, this was one of the main things Ezra asked about, man. Somebody can hold that on there. He asked, what would be the pardon asunder of time? And the Lord used Esau as a measuring stick. So that's why we know where we at. Yo, Aki, got something?
Yeah, Job 14 and 5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
Yeah.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Hey, beautiful, because you consider our people, they bang their head against the wall, they wonder why they the first people are fired, the last people hired, why they got to lock arms every time another Jake gets shot, an unarmed Jake, you know what I mean? You know, some nigga, you know, just it's a regular story, man. Quantez, you know what I mean? And niggas, it's the same old story, man. All right, but we, pursuing the Isaiah the 33rd chapter, we wisdom and knowledge is the stability of these times we in, man. We stable. We know the outcome. We know that this man's days is determined, man. All right? Because this is a nightmare. To not know when this shit gonna end to fuck you up, man. But by the Lord letting us know, it's almost like if you go to jail, and it might not be the tasteful example, but just to simplify, if you're in jail, you get an EOS date. Somebody who know they getting out is in a better mind state than somebody who don't know what the hell going on, man. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, all right? So, hey, Baba, shall read that all over again. That's beautiful.
Job 14 and 5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, and Esau scratching and clawing to hold, you know what I mean? To hold his kingdom, man. They're doing whatever they got to do. They're putting in billions and billions of dollars to keep you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans knowing who you are. Because pursuant to, when you read to the book of Judges, every time we called on the Lord, he delivered us, man. So now, we're in a time where we waking up. That's why great fear fell on Esau when they saw this, man.
Yeah, and he's using that witchcraft too.
God.
He's using his witchcraft as one of his strongest points to keep pushing that wickedness.
Right.
Because they know they have a short time, like Revelation 12 and 12 say.
God.
They know they have a short time, so now they're coming down with wrath on you Jakes, especially Jakes, and they're showing their horns more and more.
Right. Yeah, they reverting to the attributes. One of those attributes is the sword, and the other one is just deception, just being fucking devil, man. Because you know, if you're in a fight or whatever, you go back to your instincts, man. So that's what Esau is at right now. All right, yeah, go ahead.
Precept from the brother, he said, you know, that they invest in their witchcraft. This is the book of Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more.
You gotta go into that, right?
Daughter of the Chaldeans, which are you wicked elites. All right, the higher ups, the bankers of this society, because you are inquire on the left hand side of Yahweh shot. All right, with your telecard readings, with your summoning demons. All right, from the spiritual world. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, they prognosticate.
That's it.
We was just talking about that earlier.
God.
Yeah, the media. All right, they push out wicked vibrations, man, and they keep Jake further, and they get you as a kid. You know, that's where they get you at, man. They put a lot of energy. That's why this so-called New World Order is geared toward the younger, the kids, man.
That's right.
You a certain age, they gonna just get rid of you. You on the list, so they just get rid of your ass. All right, and they want to just be able to condition the mind of you people, man. This man is deep. That's why the scriptures say the heart of each one of them is deep, man. This devil got everything mapped out, laid out, man. That's why it takes your house shot. All right. You're going to take your house shot to spring in the action. Yep, you got something up?
Yeah, 1 John, slide.
And you know what? That's what makes this beautiful times, man. Right? We actually see, how these Arabs, all right, these Chinese, they want to see this man fall, man. This man, the scripture tell you that hell beneath weight of the dead stir up for you or something like that. Because these other nations, they happy to see this shit, man. All right? And only those with ruling class mentality. And that's why we here primarily at Great Millstone, all right? Because these other groups, they want to be here in America, man, all right? But alongside us, the rest of the world, they licking their chops at this man and his fall, all right? Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, just going back to what you said about Yahushua. Because this is his whole purpose. This is 1 John 3:8. It says, he that committeth sin is of the devil. For the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of God, which was Yahushua, was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Yahushua, he was brought up to destroy you so-called white people, man. You Edomites. The chief ones among you.
That's right.
They're not worried about you peons that's walking around on a day-to-day basis.
That's right.
The Most High is going to destroy the chief ones.
I got a quick precept for the brother. Like the brother said, the Most High is going to destroy the chief ones, which are who? The chief house of Esau, the Amalekites. All right, this is the book of Numbers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back to it.
This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord have made all things for himself. Even the wicked for the day of evil.
Hey man, the Lord preserved you for judgment, man. And that's why when you look up Esau, when you look up his name on any search, it's Esau is reserved for judgment, for the most tremendous judgment that's gonna happen, man. Ever throughout all history, man.
Yeah, Esau the only nation that's not qualified, so to speak, to receive any type of mercy from Yahweh Shah, man. All right? And that's the will of the other Most High. Yep.
This is the book of Numbers 24, and I'm gonna start at 18. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do vigilantly. All right? And that's right. Edom shall be a possession, all right, and Seir, Mount Seir shall be a possession for his enemies. And who's the enemies? Us, Hebrew Israelites. All right, and it said, "O Jacob shall come, he that shall come, Salakim. O out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, Yahweh Shai, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city." And this is the point, verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Right, yeah, because when you go into the history, we first came about Egypt, that's the first people we bumped heads with, man. The Amalekites, man. All right, them are our arch enemies, all right? That's the direct descendant of Esau, man. So that struggle in the womb, that's the core, all right? And we see these enemies falling, all right? Unless you really spiritually invested, you know, the serious-minded men here on the planet Earth, we know the magnitude of the moment we in, man. Finna see fucking Esau fall, man. Which this is monumental because this is the prelude to Yahushua return. So everything, you know, if you're not excited about these times, then something wrong with you, man. You got to get a jolt of energy. Yep.
Because we the forerunners.
Yeah,
a lot of you brothers got to understand, you the forerunners, man. The scripture said he's going to consume them with the spirit of his mouth. What is he doing? Using us to use the scriptures to bring this so-called white man's his world down, man. You know. So I got a precept real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 6, and I'll start at 7. It says, then he answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followed? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, which we know that's spiritual. All right? So for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question Ezra's asked out now. So right now we're in that very the moment where we're pulling on Esau's heel, man. And what is 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, man? It says the weapons of our warfare ain't carnal.
Right. So
we know through the Spirit that Great Millstone, just by us bringing out this truth, that's why the most I put the Spirit on the apostles to what? To tell us to keep pushing this word.
Right.
All right, because you got other niggas like ISUPK, they talking this militant shit.
Yeah.
The Most High ain't with that. The Spirit ain't with that. You know, the Most High, Yahweh Shai is gonna be the first one to bring that heat upon them, man. You know, he's gonna be the militant. And the scriptures say, "Wait upon me, man." You know, because he's gonna rise up at the prey.
To the prey, that's right.
Yep.
Say something too. You can't get carnal with Esau because I tell you in Genesis you're gonna be judged sevenfold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah.
And Esau gonna put his foot in your ass because
exactly.
this is you playing in his backyard. He was gave the blessing. That's why you see them Arabs getting thrown and back a pickup truck. Esau bumped their ass to hell and back, man. That's their blessing, all right? So this is far into Esau. They don't know how to combat this right here. That's why the scripture talk about how the great fear fell upon them when they saw it stood upon our feet. Yep.
Yeah, and hey, that's one thing. Hey, like the brother said, hey, back in the ancient times, the house of David was warriors. Right? We'd have been cut their fucking neck off, man.
Yeah,
but hey, he raising us up. What? A spiritual house.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
You know?
Yep.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea.
Yeah, because I just read 2nd Ezra the 6th, chapter 7, he said this is the he said the part of the sun of the sun. Yeah, and he said the first is could you get it again? Yeah, give one time select.
So 2nd Ezra 6 and 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first?
See, the end of the first. That's why this scripture say the first heaven passed away, which is Esau. See? So this is monumental times, man. Everything point back to Esau, man. This the measuring stick where the Lord chose for us to know where we at. It's like if you driving and you got a certain landmark, you don't really know where you at till they say you're gonna see Hooters. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, they go Hooters. Everything's built around Hooters. You know what I mean? So now the big landmark is Esau and being in rulership. So read that one more time.
It says, then answered I, the 2nd Ezra 6 and 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed.
Now, read that one more time.
Revelation 21:1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Yeah, so that's what this thing is all about. All right, the ending of Esau and his rulership, and the coming. All right, yeah.
And then you got the second death.
Yeah,
Right,
see?
you got the second death.
That's right.
You know, and that's the thermonuclear fire, man. You know, because scripture I can't bring it to mind right now, but when I remember, I bring it out. But yeah, because they're gonna be burnt up. I mean, they're gonna be burnt up, man. All the works therein. The scripture says all the works therein should be burnt up. You know.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Because death brings life. You can't have peace without death. That's why when King Solomon ruled for 40 years, it was hell before he came in. King David in his house slew everybody before. Now what's happening this time? The house of David spiritually slaying everybody so King Solomon rule can proceed. This time it's gonna be forever.
That's right.
All right? So that is nothing, everything's set, it just keep coming back. All right?
Because these scriptures is gonna be ruling the future, man.
That's right.
You see, Esau, he got this vain ass hope of a utopia. This is gonna be the utopia here. These words, the wisdom of this word, because the wisdom of this word, because it says the wisdom is immortality, man. You know, these words are immortality, man. This is what's gonna lead us into that immortal state of living, man. You know.
Right. I think it talked about that in Isaiah the 2nd chapter where it said, the law shall come out of Mount Zion. So what we
just got to do, before y'all got here, me and the brother just got to do talking about it.
Yeah, that's spirit.
You know, matter of fact, we need to find that out.
Yeah, matter of fact, get that, because it's actually going into what we going into.
We got it up.
Oh, hold on, somebody.
Can check the comments.
I probably don't have that one, but I got one that match.
All right, go ahead, though. Go ahead and bring this out.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 1. The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2, and it came to pass, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yeah, that's it right now. That's happening now.
Right.
This is the prelude to that. The climax is going to be when we actually physically on top of you fucking heathens, man.
Right.
So the scriptures say the mountain of the Lord's house is going to be established over all the rest of the mountains.
Right.
These other governments.
Right.
All right, go ahead up.
And shall be exalted above the hills.
Yep, and any little government, big government, or whatever. All right, go ahead up.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep.
Yeah, because you see all the nations flowing unto this wicked ass.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
How much more the kingdom?
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven.
That's right. Go ahead.
Filled with righteousness and everlasting joy.
God.
That's right.
Everlasting. God. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us his ways.
Right, and that's dealing with the laws. Because right now you got these different nations, they show reverence to Esau and his legislation and wickedness where he passed.
God.
All right? Go ahead up.
God.
That's why you got like some random broad in the Middle East, in Turkey or some shit. She fighting with her husband, yeah, because she trusts in the laws of Esau. All right, I got rights. I can be independent. I can go get a job, an education.
Man.
Yep.
That's the what it says, the fornication of
yeah, that cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's beautiful. Yep. That's right. That's she passing that cup. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whore, man. Yep. Go ahead. Up.
It says, for out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Out of Zion shall go forth the law, man. So the law gonna be established, and it's gonna be established through us, because the law say gonna put the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua So he's gonna put the law in our inward parts, man. So it's gonna be, we're gonna be programmed to know you going on. We ain't gotta go and read and study. We're gonna bust up in the house, you know what I mean? You know, broke the law, man. So it's gonna be beautiful, man. And with that, we know we ain't gotta look over our shoulder again, man. We ain't gotta worry about somebody saying they stirring up the Medes. We finna get taken down no more, man. The Spirit always knows said the Medes. Yeah. We gotta got the Persians and the Medes, man. But it ain't gonna be like that, all right? We're gonna be settled with Yahweh, King David, the 144,000. Acts 1 and 6 gonna finally be, you know, fulfilled.
Yeah, and they said we're gonna dwell safe.
Yeah, that's right.
Like right now we in the valley of the shadow of death.
That's right.
So you know, just imagine that. Now we ain't safe now. We always in fear. We always in fear of what can happen.
Right.
We always have these damn visions, you know. And even in the daytime, you see you know, you envision something happening to your people. But when the kingdom comes, we ain't gonna have none of that fear, man. You know.
Yeah, the brother right. It'd be like find a destination, man.
Yeah, you can see.
You can see some shit happening like with your little ones. All this shit crazy, man. It's torturous, man.
Yeah.
You see shit happening, man.
Vexation of spirit.
Yeah. Vexation of spirit. This is our prison camp.
That's right.
This is our punishment. Yep.
Reading on in Jeremiah 2 and 3, it says, the last part, for Zion shall go forth, out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
That's it.
Verse 4.
That's it.
Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations and shall
that links up with Revelation, the 2nd chapter, 26th verse. Cause we gonna be kicking ass in the kingdom, all right? This gonna be like a dictatorship. This gonna, you know what I mean?
He said, well, rod of iron.
Rod of iron. That's the worst instrument, like a rod of iron. You know what I mean? That sound, and like I don't know if y'all remember, I was touching on that. Them rods ain't gonna look pretty. We gonna be fly. We gonna be fly as hell. We gonna have gold, but that rod gonna be fucked up. That rod gonna have
spikes.
Guts. Yeah. Bloody, you know what I mean? Dried up blood. You know what I mean? Like, you telling them, bring in the rod, man.
We ain't gonna clean it on purpose.
Yeah. You see the rod, for real. Kind of the rod, man. The rod. Knuckle, you know what I mean? How about you outside? And guess what? You're going to have nations that are going to have to get in line. Because once we come back down off them chariots, there's going to be people out here that are going to have to be put in order, man. Motherfuckers who didn't, you know, motherfuckers eating all type of unlawful foods, you know?
Right.
So this is the beginning. This ain't the ending. We just beginning. Once Esau taken down and we go into those chariots and we come back down, that's the beginning, man. All right? It's gonna be beautiful. Yeah, I'm on that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up.
And now somebody, you got something too.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up. This is Isaiah 2 and 4 again. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people.
Yeah, we're gonna rebuke you because you're gonna be going off. All right? You're gonna have to be beat in line. You have to be put in line. That's gonna be a part of the vengeance. It's gonna be justified. We're gonna be whooping your ass because you're going off, but it's gonna be justified. We're gonna be paying you back. All right?
Say something too. Tell you double unto her double.
Yeah.
Fuck them bull whips. Yeah, I mean, rod of iron, man. So yeah, you Edomites got a heavy judgment to come to you, man. You know what I mean? And they the perfect punching bag. They change color when you hit them. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Yeah, that'd be a beautiful piece of work.
Yeah, like the opposite, they're a punching bag because Esau can take an ass whipping.
Yep.
They can take a hell of an ass whipping, especially you country rednecks. You can take an ass whipping, and you Yankees. You may be a little more uppity, but you can take an ass whipping till you built for it. Hey, you the perfect slaves, man.
The scriptures say they're the sons of perdition, meaning
destruction.
That's it. They vessels fit for
destruction. That's it.
Beautiful point.
That's
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah.
That's why they be dying all type of weird ass ways.
Yeah. 6 million ways. Yeah,
That's
motherfucker get caught in a tractor trailer. How you get in that predicament? You know what I mean?
What the fuck you doing, bro?
What you doing? You get caught in a helicopter, you know what I mean, propeller or some shit, man. Like, how you going into, man? You vessels of dishonor. And that's what you do. You have a vessel, you just crash it, you know, throw it against the wall.
Yep.
Yep.
Isaiah 2 and 4 again, and the Lord shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
Which is what? Slavery. You're gonna go into slavery. Those are farming tools, man.
Right.
You're gonna go. That's symbolic for you working. Scripture talk about there's gonna be a continual employment in the kingdom, man. So you ain't gonna be looking for no job. You're gonna
Jobs for everybody.
Yeah, jobs for everybody, man.
Right, no unemployment.
Yeah, kind. Yep.
It reads, nations shall not lift up sword against nations, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Yeah, because we gonna be on top.
Right.
You're not coming up against us. All right? We're gonna have you in total, we're gonna have a firm grip on power, man. Just like we were talking about King Solomon, it said and his kingdom was firmly established. So that's gonna be continued. Is it on that up? Yep.
We'll go to the coming board right quick.
Oh, yeah, please, okay.
Hey, Shalom to all the Akim on the coming board.
Shalom.
I just want to bring out the brother Gms Chicago, Kwam Yasha'Allah. All right, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
And that's Esau's latter end.
That's right.
For all the things that he's done through all antiquity and previously, that's his judgment, man. You know? And that's a hell of a judgment, man.
That's it.
Because that heat, that's gonna be you can't even put it into words.
Nah.
You're gonna be miles away, you're gonna feel that heat, and it's gonna take all the moisture out of the air. And your skin's gonna bubble. Like the scriptures say, their eyes sockets
in their holes. That's
in
right.
their holes.
That's right.
That's a bad judgment, man.
They come and burn it like a hood.
I got the precept.
Yeah, that's good.
Malachi 4:1. That got this on Malachi 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
And that's by the way of thermonuclear missiles. All right. Anytime something burns, there got to be fire set to it, right? Go ahead.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly.
All the proud. All right. Number one, Esau, Edom.
That's it.
All right. All that do wickedly. You have done all the wickedness upon the planet Earth. All right. Nobody trumps Esau, Edom when it comes to wickedness.
Right.
All right. A man just had a baby. Okay. You making GMOs. Everything you make got pork in it. All right. You playing with the water. You charging people for water.
Yeah.
All right.
You altering the genetic structure
come
of animals and shit.
That's it, huh?
The frogs the male frogs having laying egg shit, so they be spreading.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
motherfucker.
You talking about a diligent search, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
These devils, I think they call it chemical atrazine, man. You know, and they put it in, they spray it in 80% of the crops over there on the West Coast, and all the Americans consume it. That's why a lot of men don't have that testosterone.
Yeah.
You know, that's why a lot of niggas are feeling.
And the spirit of the Lord on us.
Even estrogen.
Yeah, kind of. You know? They spread on the corn. They spread it on the almond nuts, and Jacob's consuming that shit. That's why you see these niggas that be transgenders and shit, and they look like women and shit. You know,
it's true.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
and that's why you gotta watch out. Shit.
Hey, the Lord has to preserve us, man. Like,
Right. And we like Job, man. We got a protective hedge around us.
Yeah.
You know, just like the Lord had on Job. You know.
Yeah, which Job is symbolic for
us.
us.
That's right.
Continuing on. Let me start back up. Yeah, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Shall be stubble, man. All right, by the way of thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, that's that fire to cleanse the filth of this earth, man, which is the counsel of the earth, Esau, Edom. Go ahead, up.
And the day that comes shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Yeah, leaving them neither root nor branch. All right? By the way of thermonuclear missiles, you got it up.
That's gonna wipe out your whole generation.
That's it. That's it. The scriptures say what? Shall none be in remembrance of them? Yeah, whatever the scripture says, shall none be in remembrance with me.
How they see him shall see him.
That's it. That Job told. That's it. Which meaning, hey, it ain't gonna be no little Edomite babies running around. You know, after that last second up, after that 1,000-year period, it ain't gonna be no more Edomites, man. Okay, we're gonna create a big bonfire, man.
Right. Yeah. But what do we need the so-called white man for anyway? When you look at it, they are degeneracy, they primitive, man. They don't even supposed to be on this earth. You see everywhere they go, they destroying shit.
Right.
Now they want to go into space and destroy space.
Say something too. The Lord gave Saul a commandment to destroy the Amalekites. I mean, man, he didn't change on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Lord don't change.
That's written.
Amalek's yeah.
That's why Samuel said, "What is this I hear beeping right here?" Yeah, God. Yeah, you go ahead.
Just Edomites got to get cut off, man. This Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Yeah, for the violence against thy brother, man. Starting with who? Cain, man. All right, what Cain did to righteous Abel, man. All right, because Abel, what? Abel was pleasing in the sight of the Lord because he followed the laws. You know, the laws was oral then. Right. All right, and Cain, and hey, that show you that the law was in effect. Because what did righteous Abel do, man? All right, he gave a righteous offering, man, according to the law, man. But what did Cain do? Showing you that he's the wicked. All right, Esau, Edom is the wicked, man. Starting with the serpent in the garden, man, and it shows you that you so-called modern-day white people, which are the Edomites, which are the children of Esau, Edom. All right, it's evident that you are the wicked, man, by your deeds, man. Start that over again, up.
Kind of back it up down 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Yeah, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, man. All right, Cain killed Abel, man. We all know this, man. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover thee. And we seeing Esau Edom's shame right now, man. All right, like the brother said, hey, we consuming this place with the spirit of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai's mouth, man. All right, we are uncovering the locks of Esau Edom, man. All the things that the wicked elite have spent money for years to hide. All right, we are uncovering it through the spirit, man. Not of our own doing. Go ahead,
how the things that Esau searched out.
That's it.
And the Lord said he was going to uncover his strength.
That's it.
You know? And then it's a shameful spewing on your glory. Back in 2:16, man. There ain't no way you can hide. Ain't no way the wicked can continue doing what they're doing, man. Did the scripture say, shall you escape by iniquity? Hell no.
That's it.
And
Lord on your ass.
And that's beautiful. The Lord said, uncover the locks, make bare the legs. So we was going into that statue earlier. Those legs is Esau, man. It's the Roman Empire. So now that's why Apostle Paul said, the workers of iniquity, the mystery of iniquity do it work. But they didn't know who the hell that devil was back then. But now you on full blast, man. You on the magnifying, you on the scope, man. All right, and that will usually happen before you get caught, corralled, and sentenced. You know, you on the run, nobody don't know who you is until they start showing your face all over the damn news, man. And shortly you hear about, you know they got that nigga. So that's where we at with Esau. All right, you got something else?
Finish it off.
Yeah, finish that off.
Yeah,
You said that.
Yeah.
Just to finish it off and say, thou shalt be cut off forever.
Thou shalt be cut off forever, man. All right, it won't be no more of Esau, man. After, like I said, after that last second of 1,000 years, man. You know, you're gonna be over with, man. You're gonna be extinct, man. You know, matter of fact, real quick, I'll jump down to 18.
That's it.
It's Obadiah 1:18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame.
Hey, the two sticks, man.
Yep.
All right, the two witnesses, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Go ahead.
In the house of Esau for stubble.
In the house of Esau for stubble, man. All right, which are you so-called modern-day white people, man. All right, America. Okay, you top tier elites, the chief of the house of Esau. Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken.
Hey, this is not our words. Read that last part again.
Yeah,
There shall not be what?
And there shall be not remaining of Esau, for the Lord has spoken.
Hey, this is the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. And we are only using the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to bring everything into play, man. Hey, these words are powerful, man, when you speak them. All right, in righteousness, man.
That's right, that's beautiful. And it's funny how Esau is fixated on extinct animals. So they always going into Tyrannosaurus Rex. And you know, yeah.
He should do a segment on himself. Before Stephen Hawking said, first he said we have 1,000 years to live here on Earth, and then he brought the number down to 100 years to actually live on this Earth. And they do, you know, that's why they doing the space. What's the dude that he owned Tesla? I forget his name. It don't come to me right away, but they're making, you know, space engines so they can escape. The scripture said they're gonna climb into heaven, man.
That's right.
That's when he climb into heaven, we're gonna bring him down.
That's right.
Yeah, these devils, they you know, when you on a run, like if you know you safe, your name clean, you ain't worrying about the cops pulling you over. But if you know you got a warrant, an outstanding warrant, you trying to get the hell up out of there, man. Your actions show that, you know, what you're about. So Esau been running from his identity. They've been running from their judgment. That's why the scripture tell you, blood shall pursue thee. Why you can't be pursued? Yeah. You got to be running for something to pursue you, man. All right. So the Lord on your heels, man.
Yeah. Right. Cain was a vagabond.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah,
what did it say? He was a
You get that Genesis 4 chapter.
Gotta bring a quick point. In the cartoons, you know, people got the little gunpowder, they light a match, and that gunpowder gonna fall on whatever they run to, man.
Beautiful.
Tom and Jerry, he got the gunpowder.
Yeah, he's sitting around the corner like this, and goddamn fire coming his way, man. The scripture tell you that whoever roll up a stone, it comes up on his head, man. You can't play with y'all about some outside. He put you in the scripture talk about that slippery slope. I think that's Psalms 7 and I think it's Psalm 7 and 8. Yeah. The Lord put you in the slippery slope, man. All right.
I got it. This is Genesis chapter 4, verses 14. It says, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth."
Hey, that's Esau, man. That's the characteristics of Esau, all right? Esau is a damn, you know what? They call themselves everything but who they are. They say they hide behind all these different uniforms. Sweden, Russian, American, Germany.
The white man.
Yeah, the white man. Caucasian, yeah.
I forget who came up with that term, but yeah, that's
you know what I mean? They got all kinds of names. They patriotic, they Southerners, they Northerners, you know what I mean? They sports, they got all these different, you know what I mean? The Raiders, these devils, man.
Democrat.
They just throwing Democrat, Republican, Flavian patricians.
Right.
Yeah, these devils, they throw up smoke screens at you, man. And that's what someone on the run will do. They go to a hotel, they leave this name. You can't get a beat on them. You know, they don't get the name, the hotel in their name. So, but now, and the Spirit got it's a great millstone camp in damn near every city. We like roadblocks. We like checkpoints. And you can't get away. Everywhere you go, we telling you, it's the devil. That's Esau, so-called white man, the devil, man. All right? So Yahweh Shah is indeed consuming you with this. That's a bad, when you really think about it, the Lord is consuming you damn devils, man, with the spirit of his mouth. Yep.
Isaiah 25:7, it says, "He will destroy in this mountain the base of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations."
Like a ski mask. You know what I mean?
So
you got no business, you ain't gonna show your face. You know, hey, go ahead.
Yeah, Esau. Hey, you didn't deceive everybody, man.
Yeah.
All right. Because the scriptures, matter of fact, in Revelation, when I was talking about it earlier, you have deceived the nations. All right. You deceive every nation upon the planet, man. You even deceiving your damn self. All right. Making yourself thinking that you a pure nation, thinking that you calling yourself white. All right, and hide from your true identity, which is red. You the true red man.
Yeah.
All right. Read that one more time. Oh, go ahead.
A quick precept I just said that they deceive their own self. This is Obadiah verse 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee.
The pride of your heart has deceived you, man. All right. The spirit of Yahweh Shai has sent you strong delusion. All right, to make you believe. All right, that your house is what shall continue forever. All right, that you are the Most High. All right, that you gonna do the things that the Most High gonna do. You know, you coming up with your chip. All right, you got your fire in the sky, so to speak. You got your all-seeing eye upon everybody. You know, you got your flat screen TVs. You know, you might look at a flat screen TV, but believe you, that TV looking at you. All right, which is Esau Edom, which the leopard.
Yeah.
So watch over the city.
So watch over the city, yeah.
That's right. Watch over the city.
And they call it Big Brother or something.
That's right. Yeah.
And
That's it.
And how ironic, you got Esau came out first.
See?
Yeah, you know.
See?
Everything's set up in the spirit.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that was pinnacle right there. 9/11, that whole surveillance, that Patriot Act.
Yeah.
That was a new vibration in the earth.
Yeah, and they snuck that in. When they signed off on that Patriot Act, I think they had that one all them wildfires were going on in California. They distracted you people, man. But they really signed off over your privacy. See? So this devil, man, you know, like we said, take your house out. That's why Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter and the 10th verse, the physician cut off a long disease. So it's gonna be your house out designated to get that glory. So yeah, hey, no, this can keep going, man, because this thing Esau, this is in our spirit, we want these devils out of here, man. All right, because we've been having to put up with this for years. You got a piece of? Okay, what you got?
You want to still get the quote Isaiah?
Get that Ecclesiastes 25.
Okay, come.
Brother has someone to come aboard.
Yeah. I just reading the brother Gms Chicago Kwam Yasha'Allah. Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my.
Hey, that's a desperate motherfucker. Feel like if you on the run, the police at the door, you got that. You trying to go to the bank, you trying to go in the attic, man. You know what I mean? The fuck, all right?
Yeah. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
Yeah.
All right. This is how we shot. Though they climb up unto heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Beautiful.
You know, you got your bunkers in the side of mountains. All right, you got your underground bunkers. All right, Esau Edom trying to escape this upcoming judgment because they know what's going to happen. All right, you got your space stations. All right, your international space stations. All right, that you're gonna hover beyond the stratosphere to try to get away from the judgment upon the earth, because you read the scriptures and don't have no understanding when they say the earth, you know, and it shall get destroyed, etc., etc. Like I just read the precept from the brother, you know, and you literally think, hey, the earth is going to destroy because you Edomites don't know anything, but it's really
Esau know. Like, I mean, the chief house of
yeah,
they know your house shot coming back.
Right.
Yeah, but the
rednecks,
I'm saying, the millionaires, just so we can clarify, though, because they don't know what they don't know what you know, a lot of people don't know what he might be touching on right there. But that's true. These millionaires who spend money for these bunkers, they really believe in
military domes.
The dome, What they call that dome, an acronym for deep underground military.
Something like that.
Yeah. So a lot of these devils, they believe that it's just gonna be a World War III and the world gonna be destroyed. So they want to just, like I said, hide. But them damn top tier Edomites, they know that Yahweh Shai coming back. It's briefing. They got classified papers on that, man. Ronald Reagan couldn't sleep at night. That's why he had to just go ahead and tell everybody, look, what if somebody
I got
He
something.
was blown away by it, man.
This is Psalm 65 and 8. This is my favorite. It says, they also that dwell in the uttermost parts of the parts are afraid of thy tokens. Thou makest the outgoings of the morning and evening to rejoice. So those that dwell at the highest, the people which we're talking about, the chief house of Esau, they know. So the tokens are the signs. The tokens are the prophecies. So certain prophecies take place, man. Like he said, man, they can't sleep, man. They having nightmares. And the Lord deal with the kings of the earth, man. Because he set them up. He set them up. What's that? Daniel 4:17, man. You know, he set them up, so they know they having visions. You know, just like Nebuchadnezzar, he had his vision.
What that is? Proverbs 21, I believe 21 and 1 going to that.
Oh yeah, the
king's heart. That's right. That's who the Lord deal with. The kings, man. And they can't sleep. They on a whole nother frequency than you average people, man. Yep. So, what you got something else?
Yeah. Hey, GMS Chicago, Kwame Yashara. That's right. Donald Trump is getting ready to fight against Yahweh Shah with his space force.
Yeah.
You know, but he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
All right.
The Lord gonna put the spirit on them devils to fight too, man. Cause they proud as all hell, man. I think it talk about that in Isaiah the 47th chapter. I am the Most High, and there is none beside. Esau actually say that too. You know, the Most High say that, but Esau actually says that. You know what that is? Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah.
You talking about when the Most High said?
No, I said
Esau actually said it.
I said, as the Most High.
Isaiah 14 chapter.
That's 14:16. They said, I said, as the Most High. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. He's saying,
I got it. It's 47.
47.
Yeah, these are Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
That's what Esau think. Esau think they the Most High, man. And now we at the pinnacle of this devil in the climax. And how convenient is Donald Trump? So, that's why I tell you, Ecclesiastes is the 10th chapter, as the ruler of the city, so are the people. So pride go for destruction, right? So the Lord got the proudest devil ever up there, man. And he really believe that he the Most High. That's why they doing that space, you know. But they're aware of Yahweh Shah, because I'll tell you how this devil is. The scientists and shit, you know, they probably coming back like, look, these the angels. This he go to prophecies, and they said, you know, Yahweh Shah coming back. That devil said, we gonna fight, we gonna take them on, man. That's what's going on. That's in the scriptures, man. All right, they're gonna make war against the Lamb. All right.
I got to preach it.
Yep.
God, this is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, but such as one selleth his own soul.
Esau, fuck up, man. He covered this. You know what he covered it after? The birthright, man.
Yeah, it's deep.
That's what he wants. That's what this thing go down to. This man covered it after our birthright, man. Yep.
GMS. GMS Chicago, Kwame Yashara. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Beautiful, brother, beautiful. And that's right, and that's what they do, man. By you know, coming up with all these philosophies, making laws against the true laws of the Bible. All right, setting up the modern day image of Cesare Borgia as being Serapis Crispus or y'all know that name, you know, start with the J, you know what I'm saying?
You want to say that?
I just say Jeepers.
Jeepers Creepers. That's the real Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers.
Hey, creepy guy, man.
Real talk, man.
Yeah, that devil.
I can see why the natives, man, was like, oh shit, a ghost, you know what I mean? You know, when they first seen
Fuck 'em, man.
pale skinned devils, man.
Yeah, that's their whole structure. They whole structure. They got a religious base. They got the monetary base. And then they got the military base.
Beautiful.
What they trying to make they trying to make a sixth branch of the whole military base, which is the space force. When the scriptures say, "He shall not meet thee as a man, he coming as an angelic force."
That's right.
Okay, with superpowers. All right.
Yeah.
You know, you're right.
Beautiful.
I got a precept for that too, right?
What you
Yeah, I still got that on. It's rock.
yeah, get what you got, and then I guess we can we'll close out on it.
Okay.
Get what you got now. We'll close out on that Ciroc 25. Brother got more. Yeah, the brothers bringing the heat, man. Hey, the water for all the brothers, man, bringing that heat.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom, the water.
Almost up out of here. Yep. Go ahead out.
Let's see. Yeah, this is on Jeremiah 50 and 43. Nah, let's see. Two. So like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It said when they're gonna be scared, like a woman in her pain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, is it Jeremiah?
It's a funeral.
He said, "Don't come back as a
Like a woman in labor.
yeah."
That might be Isaiah 47.
I know it's in Jeremiah. I'm just trying to see. Let's see.
Yeah, what's up? Well, get that.
This rock.
Now go ahead. Since y'all looking for that, get Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14.
And they start up at like 3 or 4. All right,
The
go
book of
ahead.
Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 3.
I got that now. It
I'll bring
was
it.
49. That's what it was. This is on Jeremiah 49 and 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pains.
Hey, read that one more time. Hey, call that and read that one more time.
Jeremiah 49 and 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle.
Hey, behold means look, he shall come up, all right, and fly as what?
As the eagle.
Those chariots that Yahushua is coming on, go ahead.
And spread his wings
And
over
spread
Basra.
his wings with symbolic for the chariots over Basra, which is America.
And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain.
That's right, just like Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, say what? When they see it, there's anguish. You know, God damn it! Fucking neck! Oh no! You know, I'm telling you, man. That's how it's gonna be, man. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, just the book of
Go ahead. What you got?
the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast made to serve.
That's what we're fighting for.
That's right.
That's exactly what we're fighting for the rest. And we gotta earn it, because what it say? With great tribulation shall the kingdom come.
That's it.
You know, so it's the condition of the battle.
Okay. Isaiah 14 and verse 4, that thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say,
Which is Esau, man.
that's right. How has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
And really it ceased through the hand of the Lord, man. Okay? And like I said earlier, you know, he's consuming you with the spirit of his mouth. Start with that, man. Then he gonna meet your ass as a man, and not as a man.
That's it. That's it.
You know?
That's it.
And that's why they're trying to do all they can to you know, counter it. But it's not gonna happen, man. You know, they shot lasers at the UFOs with the chariots of Israel. You know, and they failed miserably, and they know they're gonna fail, man. They still gonna fight. It's 2 Corinthians 13, man. They're gonna be Durst fighting.
Yeah. Well, they gotta go get it. Brother.
Yeah, real quick, and then we can close out.
It is on 2 Ezra 13 and verse 8. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they were gathered together to subdue him we're so afraid, and yet there's fight.
So afraid, and yet you still want to fight.
They want to fight. Yeah. Lord put that spirit on. They got to play that part in that movie. This the Lord, this the actions of how about me outside. So yeah, with that, we're gonna end off. Lord willing, it was edifying. All right. All praise, honor, and glory is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua,
That's right.
Yep. And double honor to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom, you brothers out there laboring in this work. Continue to push out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom.
Death to America, man.
Yeah. To you monsters, man.
To you monsters, man.
Demons.
Yeah.